find it hard to know what to say to someone with mental illness? Maybe it's a family member, a friend, or perhaps a coworker. Sometimes, no matter how good our intentions are, we may say something that comes across offensive or insensitive. In this video, I share 5 of the worst things you can say to someone with mental illness and what you can say instead. Welcome to my channel. I'm Mel and I'm a registered holistic nutritionist. On this channel, I simplify nutrition and holistic wellness with a large focus on mental health. If you find my content useful, please consider subscribing to my channel for more similar videos by simply clicking on the big red button below. Give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what topics you'd love to see more videos on. Finding the right thing to say to someone with mental illness can be difficult and sometimes very awkward. Here are 5 statements better left unsaid. Maybe it's just in your head. What a comment like this really implies is that what the other person is feeling is imaginary. If we really want to get scientific, guys, although most assume that mental illness has all to do with the brain due to chemical imbalances, some of these same chemicals are produced in the gut as well. So in actual fact, it can't just be in the head. Instead, opt for comments like, "How are you feeling? Is there anything I can do to help you through this?" Next, "You just have to grow tougher skin, you know." Not everyone is meant to have tough skin. Some of us were born more sensitive to our own feelings and to the feelings of others. This is actually human and not a bad thing. A statement like this implies that the other person is weak when in actual fact they are sick. Instead, opt for comments like, "This must be so tough, but you're gonna get through it. I want to be near for you. Note that I'll never judge you." Next, "You need to be a bit more positive." But like, really? If a simple boost of positivity could turn a mental illness around, don't you think everyone would be walking around mentally balanced? It's like telling someone with cancer to drink more green tea instead of completing their rounds of chemo. Many times, mental illness requires medication like any other disease. Watching a comedy just ain't gonna cut it. Instead, opt for comments like, "Help me understand what you're going through," or "You're not alone in this." How about this one? "Just sleep on it. You'll feel better." No, sleep will not cure a mental illness. What sleep will do is give the person suffering from a mental illness the ability to maybe muster the strength to get out of bed in the morning. So instead, opt for comments like, "We will get through this together," or "Have you spoken to your doctor about what you're feeling?" And lastly, but certainly not least, "Why are you feeling this way? Everything is going so well for you." This is probably one of the worst misconceptions. If someone laughs at your jokes, this doesn't mean that they're not struggling inside. Some people would rather mask their pain than take the chance at sharing it with someone who really doesn't understand for fear of being judged. This is called the stigma of mental illness. Depression doesn't discriminate. It affects people of all colors, it affects the rich, and it also affects the poor. Instead, opt for comments like, "I'm sorry you're feeling this way, but I'm really glad that you're sharing your feelings with me." Or a simple, "I love you." My friends, the key here is to not feel like you have to walk on eggshells around those with mental illness. Rather, it's to be compassionate and a good listener. Sometimes that's all that someone who is suffering really needs. Thanks for watching my video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing below. See you in the next one.